Your time starts now.
Good luck.
10, 9, 8.
In a culinary age filled with die-hard competitions,
Jason, answer me!
outlandish kitchen tools, and crazy ingredients,
Artichoke liqueur and lamb heads.
one person remains unfazed and unaffected.
So tonight we're having a birthday celebration, and of course, you have to have a birthday cake. So I'm making panko-crusted mustard chicken, which is so delicious. Now, how easy is that?
Easy and tasty recipes are what Ina Garten, better known as the Barefoot Contessa, is all about.
People are always drawn to these kind of new, trendy things, and you just see them and not interested.
I'm just not interested. I'm really not. I'm interested in really good ingredients that you've cooked to enhance them and that you can serve to your family and friends in like a half an hour. Would you see this?
A wholesome attitude that draws millions to her award-winning show on the Food Network. And Garten recently came out with her 9th cookbook. Her previous 8 have all been bestsellers.
I'd like to just thank you for all the inspiration that you give me.
I love you so much.
Thank you.
Your name is mentioned around our house every single day.
Ina Garten has achieved a cult following. Even Liz Lemon, Tina Fey's character in 30 Rock, fantasized about meeting the Barefoot Contessa.
Hi, neighbor. I'm Ina Garten. You know, my husband Jeffrey is away, and I've got some bruschetta and white wine open. Why don't you come over? I'm alive!
But being a food idol was not the life Garten had imagined. Born Ina Rosenberg in Brooklyn in 1948, she grew up knowing nothing about cooking.
Did you spend any time in the kitchen?
I think it's the reason why I'm a cook, because I was never allowed in the kitchen. That was my mother's purview, and she used to say, it's my job to cook, and it's your job to study.
Which she did, majoring in economics at Syracuse University. At age 20, she married Jeffrey Garten. They met when she was 15.
Really sweet, kind, funny, smart, supportive, just everything you could ever dream of. I mean, here we are 50 years later, and I just feel that much more about it.
Hey, what you got?
I'm making breakfast for us.
Jeffrey makes regular appearances on her show
Ina makes the best s'mores you've ever.
and played a major role in Ina's career. More on that later. In the 1970s, after getting her MBA, Garten became a nuclear energy budget analyst for the U.S. government. Yup, you heard right.
So by day, you're working in the White House on nuclear policy.
It still makes me laugh.
It's funny. And by evening or weekends, you were diving into Julia Child.
I bought Mastering the Art of French Cooking Volumes 1 and 2, and in every evening I would just work through those 2 books. And I really kind of taught myself how to cook, or I should say, Julia Child taught me how to cook.
One fateful day in 1978, while reading the classified section, something caught her eye.
A specialty food store for sale in a place I'd never been before in the Hamptons. And I thought, that's interesting.
Right.
And I went home that night and I said to Jeffrey, I have to do something different. Nuclear energy policy is not me.
I felt really bad for Ina because she was very unhappy. And I said, well, let's go look at it. Never, ever dreaming.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
Against better judgment, Garten took the plunge and bought the tiny shop in Long Island, New York, called the Barefoot Contessa, named after the 1954 movie.
My parents were horrified. But Jeffrey just said, if you love doing it, do it.
So she poured her heart and soul into the store, often working 12 hours a day to keep things afloat.
I was exhausted but exhilarated. And I would go home thinking, I have to go to sleep. I just have to go to sleep. And I go, I don't know, there's a chocolate cake that I really need to retest. And I'd be back at the store at 11 o'clock at night.
The hard work paid off.
She grew the business by giving her customers what they wanted.
Even Martha Stewart took notice.
Coconut cupcakes are one of the trademarks of Barefoot Contessa. It's a coconut pound cake with a cream cheese frosting and coconut on the top.
Those same cupcakes still stand the test of time.
And we have a frosting that's made with cream cheese, butter, confectioner's sugar, and I actually add vanilla and almond extract. So I'm just going to ice some
What
for
I really
us.
like about your technique is you don't shy away from the frosting. I really like that a lot.
Well, isn't it an icing delivery system, the coconut cupcake?
Today, at 66, Garten has built a culinary temple in her barn devoted to her passion.
So this is the French section.
Okay.
This is the I use them all the time section.
A whole library filled with cookbooks,
Use the blade, have it go back and forth.
a kitchen just for her show, a short walk from her house in East Hampton.
I can't believe I get up in the morning, I leave my house, I walk to the barn, and I get to cook with my friends. One of the great gifts that you can give people is to cook for them.